beginning of the night, I asked you if you preferred the 2 to 3 year plan or the 45-year plan. And we already know, and you're an expert at it, the 45-year plan doesn't work. And you agree with that still, right? Yes. So which do you prefer? This is qualifying. It's an attitude. It's a methodology. The most important thing about it, it works. And what you're doing isn't working. Yes, I prefer, oh no, I want the 45. I like my job. Good, there's no use showing you the rest of it tonight. Let's talk about the ball game. Let's talk about something else. And I make a friend out of them. I don't want to go through that whole thing for nothing to somebody that doesn't want to do it or doesn't qualify to do it. Besides that, if they get in, guess who has to go to work? I just had a baby. I don't want to be changing their diapers. Are you getting this? So, don't worry about understanding all this tonight. My goodness, you understood the whole thing. God bless you, the smartest person in the world. I didn't understand the whole thing either the first time. I was the one that created it. It took me 3 times to understand it. You know? But that's not the important thing. You chose a 2 to 3 year plan over the 45-year plan. Right? Yeah. That means a lot to me. And because of that, I'm willing to invest some time in you because you don't know what to do. And I do. And test it out. Try it out. And what I mean by that, it's a trial run. You can't get in until you see it 3 times. You have to see it 3. It's amazing how people say, I saw it the second time, only one more time, and I can get in. They start trying to recruit you. The first time, it's going to create more questions than it answers. How many times have you heard me say this? The second time you say it, you'll see things that you did not see the first time. And the third time, light bulbs will go off, and sometimes even fireworks go off because you realize what can happen. Then it's just a question of whether it will work for you. And I don't want to invest months of my time working with somebody that it won't work with. So we both might as well find out by testing it out. No kit, no sign up. You know, a professional sports team scouts and screens through thousands of athletes to pick 5, to pick 9, to pick 22, right? A corporation that's hiring vice presidents or executives screens through hundreds of people, has interviews, and screens it down to 1. They don't take the first person that walks in the door. Why do you? I'll give them a tryout. Here's the thing. You can be a walk-on like Vince Papale or Dennis Franks and be invincible. And you make the team. You get this? So, I say, look, I'm willing to put some time into this, and I have this down to a science. If I do this with you, it's almost definite that you'll end up making 6 figures. Not because of you, because of me. And I'm willing to do that, but you have to be cooperative, coachable, and enthusiastic. And I'll do this with you for 30 to 90 days to test it out. And what I mean by doing that, is we will get some people to evaluate it. If you feel uneasy, I'll help you call them. We just get them, not to get them in, but to get them to evaluate it, to see if they know the right people. In which case, they can have an option to be part of the team. But why would you want to bring on anyone anyway if they didn't know the right people or couldn't sell any product or get anybody in? So I'm going to find out before I get them in. That's how I built the whole company. What happened? Do you do that? No, you beg them. I don't see how you can lower your self-esteem to that level to be stepped on, laughed at. Not everybody gets into Harvard, but I can get you in. You got the connections. That's a great one. I got the connections. I'm working with the top person in the area. They make $1 million a year, and they've chosen me as the next one. And I need to get a team together to get it off the ground. I need you to evaluate it to see if you know the right people or if you think it'll work. What's so hard about doing that? Huh? Is it going to bruise your ego or confidence? No, when you try to get them in, you get your confidence bruised. So, we do a trial run. Each person chooses a 2 to 3 year plan. I don't worry about signing them up. I used to love when we used to have the kits. You know, the subscription now is all online. I used to get the box, you know, to say, when can I get my kit? I have product. People don't want to buy product. And see, what happens is after doing this for a few weeks, we have a lot of people that are doing trial runs, and somebody wants to order product, or somebody wants to get in. I say, I don't know what we're going to do. None of you will get credit for it. I guess we got to stop and have a sign-up night. And that night when everybody signs up, they go coordinator, executive coordinator all in one night. Santa Claus is real. Are you getting this? Can we do it? I mean, okay. So trial run, test marketing. They end up getting 2 to 4 people in. Now watch this, watch my lips. There's no decision to make. There's no decision to make. It's not whether you're going to get in or not, sign the application, I got to register. It's let's do a trial run because you chose a 2 to 3 year plan, and I'm willing to invest some time in you to determine if you qualify and if it'll work for you, because there's no use doing it if it won't work for you and it won't work for me. Do you agree with that? Yeah. Okay. Isn't this beautiful? Okay, so there's no decision to make at the end of the night. No, not that you want to get in, when you want to sign up. No, I used to take the box. I used to love the box. And I'd say, open it up. They would open it up. I said, there's something really important in there. It's the most important thing of all. I want to make sure you don't miss it. So they take it out. Well, what is it? I say, you'll know it when you see it. And look at that. We shake the box. They're pulling the stuff out, looking through the junk. And I say, notice something. There's no people in there. It doesn't mean anything. It's the people that mean something. So, 3 ways, incredible. Having trouble getting people in? Elizabeth Weber used to be the all-time star of this. You find out about the person. No, you would not do it without finding out. We know enough about them that we'll get on with the person. Now, what I love about this, and the reason she learned to do it, was that quite often when somebody invites their best people, they get blown out of the business because the person is superior to them and beats them up. But what does Elizabeth really want? She wants that good person that's well connected. This person knows them. They'll connect me with it. Why should I let them do it and blow it or get blown out themselves? I'll do it with them. It's the same as you personally sponsoring them. Are any light bulbs at all going off in here? 3 ways work. A profile sheet. Go back to the old stuff, Bobby. It worked then, it works now. Call workshops. Hey, you don't know how to do one? Do you have any guts? Are you the big shot in the group, the big leader? Why don't you show them your stuff? Can you make a jump shot? Can you make a layup? Or you all talk? Let me see you call a workshop with your people and get on the phone and get some meetings booked. That's where the rubber meets the road. Oh, I can't do that. Why not? Now, if you can't do it, go upline. Go upline. If you have to go all the way to Jim Winkler, to Dennis Franks, to me, and book a call workshop for your group and get 100 appointments. Wow. What would happen if that happened in this room? We couldn't fit in here next time. And my dream would start to come true. My dream is to fill this place with directors. And that's why I'm talking to you right now. This has to happen for it to happen. And we can make it happen right here. You get it? So, if that upline won't do a call workshop for you, that means that they're not priming the pump. I want you to write me or call me so I can have a talk with them. You hear me? I mean it. I'm committing to do it. If you actually go and want to have a call workshop and get the business restarted and prime the pump again, and they won't do it, maybe they don't deserve to be your upline. And maybe I should move you to another line where somebody will do it because it's their management responsibility to do it. You're not automatically entitled to that volume. It's a management, performance, compensation plan, not the entitlement plan. So, here's the process. I got 64 minutes and 53 seconds left. You need a break? Okay, here's the process. Understand the process. This is the playbook. When you join a basketball team, football team, there's playbooks, right? This is the playbook. This is how we do it. You ready? You focused? You need to scratch your butt? Pinch the person next to you. Make sure they're awake. Come on, pinch them. Be careful where. But, okay, so here it goes. Okay, these are indispensable parts of the process. One step leads to another. If you don't do the steps and connect the dots, it doesn't work. If you do it, it always works. So execution is important. Whatever you have been doing, let's look at your result. You answered the questions. It ain't working your way. Do you want to fix it? Why did you come here? Why did you spend all this money and sit in a chair out there? You want to hear somebody motivate you? Oh, you're so wonderful. You're so great. I love you. I love you. I love you. You're an unfranchised owner. You're broken. It doesn't work, but I love you. And just stay in and someday it'll work. That's what you want to hear? I'm doing brain surgery, man. Brain surgery on you right now. I'm cracking your skull open, pulling it back, taking your brain out, washing it, and sticking it back in. And tomorrow, I'm going to reprogram your brain to become a hopeless success. So it's not even up to you. Well, one leads to another. You prospect by having possibilities and cultivating them. Not one bean in the jar bothering them. 100 beans, 300 beans, all the time, adding possibilities. That doesn't mean that they're a prospect even yet. They're a possibility. They might know the right people. Possibilities aren't necessarily right for the business, but they might know the right people. See my head? Possibilities lead to prospects using the evaluation and referral technique. You know, Andy, we've been talking here, and you know, you seem to be intrigued by computerization and everything. I run across this thing called the shopping annuity. And it's kind of like social networking. You know how like you build a following? Except they have a way with this technology of finding out what you buy and tracking it and getting a better price and a better deal and paying you a residual income by extracting a piece of the margin. I know you've done a lot of marketing things. I'd like you to sit down and take a look at it and tell me what you think. And if you know some of the right people in the area, because I'd like to expand down in Maryland, there might be something in it for you. That's called, in New Jersey, an offer too good to refuse. Can you do that? Okay. Am I teaching you real things today, or am I giving you a bunch of hype? Okay, so one leads to the other. One leads to the other. You have to connect the dots. Okay, so you prospect by having possibilities and cultivating them. When I meet somebody, I might meet somebody in the lobby of my building. They live in the same building. I say, hey, give me your number. You know, we both live here. We know the problems. We might be able to help each other out. So you never ask somebody for their number or information unless it makes sense to them. You hear that? Elizabeth Weber used to do it, and it didn't make any sense to them. She just was loud and excited. What do? Oh, we teach people how to make $2,100 a week without leaving their job. The person asks a question, oh, if you're interested, I'll be back in the area for a while. Give me your number. I'll come back and see you. Did that all day long. We go down the boardwalk in Ocean City, and she'd have a fistful of numbers. Possibilities lead to prospects using the evaluation and referral technique. Did I teach it to you? Did I teach you the evaluation and referral technique? Now you know it. Prospects are qualified through trial runs. I don't know if I'm going to sign them up. I don't want to sign them up. I got to work too much. Let them lead to the people. Let me see if they're coachable. Let me see if they don't have any people. Let me ask you this question again. If they can't lead you to any people and they can't sell any product, why do you want to sign them up? I don't know, I feel like Bobby Knight. I'd rather be Coach K, but I'll start kicking chairs over in a minute. Sponsoring 4 per leg. Okay, so sponsoring is a process of mentoring, coaching, doing it with them. People only learn experientially. They only do what you did with them. Even if they know it's wrong and we go to correct it, they still do it wrong. Did you hear that? So I'm very careful. Listen, I'm a big shot. I got lots of money. I got so much stuff in my head that I can dazzle anybody. But I keep it simple and make sure I do it the same way every time, because they have to duplicate it. It's funny, after Lynn, there he is from UK, he's my star there, him and Michael. After I've done it 10 times in different homes, they turn to me and say, you say the same thing every single time. I said, you finally got it. You finally got it. You guys getting this? Okay. Social networking. Incredible opportunity. I remember when I used to tell you about social networking 8 years ago, and you all thought I was nuts? Oh, man, our daughters will get raped, and there'll be all types of bad stuff happen. And I don't know. I tried to start a social network myself. What was it called? I can't even remember. Chatterbox. Regardless, it was an idea whose time has come. And you can't stop an idea whose time has come, and it's taken over. So I don't got to do it. And you're using it anyway. But this is an incredible opportunity to create interest and curiosity. Look, you have a lot of friends on those things, and you're here. An incredible, exciting event of entrepreneurs. There'll be all types of cool experiences. Get your picture taken with stars. Put it out there. It creates, wow, where were you? What did you do? What do you do? Now, Uncle George had an ingrown toenail last week, And we had to pull it out. Here's a picture of it. Look at it bleeding. You get my point? Tremendous opportunity. So show off. Hey, my baby, my little angel. That's my why. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. The key to all of this, folks, is do one thing today or tomorrow to start the process. Okay? If I'm wrong, tell me why I'm wrong. Tell me why you're here. Don't be the type of person that gets talked into coming to something like this or spends their own money on their own volition and travels all the way hoping for better to find something out, sit in a hardback chair, hear this stuff, and then not do anything. Please don't be like that. It's just discipline, okay? The entire company was built this way. Are you hearing me? I don't know what you're doing now. I don't know what your upline or your group system is, but there's only one system, the unfranchised system, and this is how the business was built, and it works. So if it's not working for you, maybe you should go back to the basics. So understand the process, okay? Prospecting, qualifying, and sponsoring. Notice that I even got the slide wrong. Become what I call a hopeless success. I turn somebody I bring in, it's not even up to them.